Good.
Dixie said this is a proper size. Don't get all tied up in this thing.
Dixie, come. Good. Okay. Okay.
And we don't have to go anywhere because it's shade, so we don't get that much shade.
Dixie, come. Come. Good. Okay. Okay.
Alright, and next time, yeah, do the down.
And he's ready.
Well, you don't have to have a system, just ask them to do the down together and
Right.
stay together and whatever.
No. Down. No. Down. Dixie, down. Good.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you know which one? Nope.
No. Down.
She is jealous,
No.
so you're gonna have to work on it between your dogs and making sure that you can actually reinforce another one. So she only gets treat if Umka gets treat. So let's work on that for a little bit and reinforce her for accepting feeding another dog. And give it one to Umka and give it to another dog because she is jealous and it's all about Dixie. It's rarely about anybody else. Good job. And let's let them go. Good job. Can't believe they're the same size at the moment. And you can actually reinforce, doesn't have to be with food, but you can like pet her and do all that if she checks in with you after the plane with other dog. So that's kind of easier way sometimes to deal with it because you are, if she checks in with you, you kind of happy. But look, her, she's all over her. Good job. All right, and let's put them on the down because Umka is starting to dominate the puppy.
No. Umka, down. Dixie, down. No, down. Good.
And let's work on the feeding both. So
You want me to reinforce for down first? Just go straight to Umka.
I'll go straight to Umka because she
No, down.
deal with her.
Right.
Right, because she's not listening it as fast, and that's okay because there's two dogs and she's young, so that's all right. But I wouldn't be reinforcing the bad things, and she just reinforced her and she got up, so let's just make sure we don't do that. Both of them are bad on that. All the small little things are bad on that, so there you go. Like she's thinking she's going to give her, but she's working on the patience. All right, let's start that again.
Okay. 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 Oh, you're already up.
That's okay. I go around you if I need to, so no worries.
Go in.
She's like the baby seal. I'm telling you, it's just, oh, so cute. And her and Casey, I mean, I could turn around and I would never bet my money on any of them. They're like sisters that were separated at birth. In the class, it would be funny. We should take it from people, run behind the house, and then find if they can pick their dog out. That would be funny. You know, Mila's mom was not able to choose Mila between Diesel and Mila.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I did it to her, and she chose Diesel. I'm like, that's not your dog. But they were brothers. And I'm like, there's no way she knows the difference. And you know how some of them are pretty much like, what is it? Like Mila and Gordon. I think they are twins, yes. I really do. I mean, if she was not a girl, he was not a boy, I would never say the difference.
No. Yeah.
They're identical. Personalities, everything. I mean, they're completely identical in everything. How they react on the world, how they are in training, everything is absolutely the same. And if he was not masculine and she was not feminine,
Yeah.
I would not be able to say the difference at all. And I think Mila and Diesel is the same. I know, he's not helping you, Dixie. And that's because there's puppy out. That's why. But it doesn't matter what's out. That's when the Carrie, go ahead. So you wait, you always wait until she comes down before you open this. Very good, excellent. And you see that little pup? She constantly pops up, and that's one of her biggest issues. So please do not continue if she pops up that way. So see how Carrie backed up and started over, and that's only expected her to do it that way. So go ahead. Awesome. Whee! And this is a good length of the leash, just so you know, because it's a puppy, but you might need something a little fatter, bulkier on her because you have another dog. So. She's so adorable, so smart and so good. Oops.
Oh. Down. Good. Stop, stop. Around. 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 Around.
Well, you're in my
I
way.
know. Around. Around. Nope. Down. Good. Here.
You're
Okay.
cute as hell, girl. You're so cute.
Okay. Okay. No. Okay. No.
So cute. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. No.
Cute. So cute, girl. Very cute.
No. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Dixie, go to place? Whoops.
Now this is very important part. It's important because you're breaking the behavior up, and just because you finish conversation over there does not mean that the dog is the dog is done being on the place. So that creates a much better place command and much better performance. She's like, really? Is that what you're talking about? Okay. Smarty pants. And if you separate that, then she is not going to just make those decisions by herself. That's a big clip.
Over. Good. Over. Over. Uka. Over. Uka. Over. Down. No. Down.
Okay. And then position Umka right next to her and literally do the food exercise.
Okay. Uka. Down. Good. Good girls.
again to Umka because that's very nice. Was falling down.
Yes.
Very nice. Ask Umka to bark.
Umka, pass off. Pass off.
That's
Stop.
all.
Nope.
That's it. Enough. Good. Good. Okay, put her on the other side and make sure her face is like really close to.
Nope. On the other side.
Yeah.
Umka. No. No, Umka. Down. Down.
Just right next to her. There you go. And let's do that again. Excellent. They are very cute. Uh-huh. And now it's good. And release them. After we get all the
Yes.
chewiest things out of the way.
Okay. Go to place.
So I want to point out that because you have two dogs, you do have to worry about training sometimes separately, sometimes together. And this is kind of like the biggest point that I can show in this video. So expectations from this puppy at this age to be on this place without distractions is about anywhere from minute to about 5 to 8 minutes if you come back a couple times and give her a treat for this distance. So that is appropriate for her age right now. As she grows, she's going to have longer and longer durations and more stuff being put on her. Now, with distractions, this kind of place, you will not be able to leave her leash as of right now. So you'll have to practice on the pretty much the leash length. Okay, so you can still hold it, so you can work with other dog, because the other dog has a large impact on her. So it's very important to do a training sessions that's short and sweet when they're together, and really perfecting her obedience when they're separate, because that way her expectations is gonna show her where she should be, and it will allow you to work toward much better results. Funny puppy. Funny, funny, funny puppy. Well, they're scary if she forgets what she was doing 3 seconds ago.
The longer and shorter?
Nah.
Okay? I think that's good. Go to place? Good. Good girl.
Just do it randomly.
Okay, let's go. Go to place? Okay. Go to place? Okay. Go to place? Right on.
And we're also trying not to encourage the being on the edge, so that's why when the dog is on the edge, did not break it, but on the edge,
Okay.
she is taking the treat inside. Dogs are smart that way. They'll figure it out not to stay in there.
Go to place?
Very excited. We are very excited. See, she's already moving, but she's moving when Carrie is coming over, but that will change. She's
Okay.
just, again, she's young, she's excited, and we really
Go to place?
more care about her being happy and participating and going at this point than we care about the details. But we will not be reinforcing the crappy details either. That's the point.
Go to place? Good. Okay, go. Go to place? Okay, let's go. Go to place? Good. Dixie, go to place? What? No? Play. Good.
We are playing. We gotta play.
Hi.
Because we are puppy.
Oh, look at that cute little puppy. Hi, Dixie. Who's a good girl?
Good
Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Yes. My goodness. Oh, come
again, this is extreme. This is what you should be practicing when you come over, one of you, because people normally, hopefully, don't do that. But, you know, you practice for the worst, so get her all excited and all that stuff. Good job. She has a tendency of popping up, so that's why you see her constantly testing her, like by leaning and when she's in a down stay, and constantly going back and forth to her. We're gonna work it out by the time that you're gonna get her, but that's one of her biggest things right now. Popping up, I mean from a down stay. Learning to heel, we're rocking that. Rocking, rocking, rocking that. Ready for the Westminster show. Look at her prancing. Pew, 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 pew. Gorgeous lady. She's a gorgeous puppy. Oh, beautiful. Nice checking in.
Dixie, Umka, come. That's
Little extra.
That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it.
You lost something. There was something fell down. And call him.
Dixie, Umka, come.
No.
Come.
Okay, back up and do it again because she's
Come.
chasing her. And back up, do it again.
Come.
And reinforce both. Good. Keep Umka again and again. And now Dixie deserve it. Finally!
Okay.
Whee! Run, run! Not to me. I know I'm the one who said wee.
Both bouncy bunnies. Down. Good girl. Good steak.
directed herself.
Oh, girl.
Good girl. Good stay. Good girl. Good stay.
Yeah, that's a very much pathetic thing.
No. Down. No. Down. Down.
Because every time I look at her, I just smile. Can't go around them not smiling. Now when she's in front of you, you see Carrie does not give her your treats. Yes, she's young, but you don't want to reinforce improper behavior. That's the behavior you want to reinforce right there. She was still in her space. And at this point, we usually say down, but Carrie is already only sometimes saying down. She's waiting for her to do it automatically. Even at her age, Dixie is extremely smart. So, giving her the chance and reinforcing it, it's a hell of a much better than micromanage her as far as that goes. You can hear sometimes, I think there's twice she gave her the command in the whole 2 minutes. She just stops, kinda waits for her to respond the right way, and then either reinforces or not. Now, she also reinforces like sometimes because she got much faster. So yes, it was a quite crooked, but she got very fast on the down. So she's watching all those criterias, and like next time she's not reinforcing that, because yes, it was fast, but it was still crooked. So she's literally doing this every time crooked. And again, there's nothing wrong with that except that you don't want to be happy about it. She's a very, very young girl. Good. That was very good. But because she was saying no to her and reposition, she did not do that. One more. And that was much better. And that's where you finish it. So work it out and then finish it on a good note. Now do notice how her leash is, where her clip is, and how it's into relations to the leash. I'm actually talking to Natalie, I'm sorry. Forget I'm doing the video. You see how it's so parallel to the ground, that clip, it's not there. And then when she does do the video, she does do a little more, you know, just to show to the client, because client really does not need that. When you do a very slow, that's where puppy is trying to figure out if you're completely stopping or you're slowing down. So that's a decision-making process here. And I let this go a little longer because puppy is young, and this is one of the hardest things for her to do, is to do a slow. Fast is fine, but slow is really hard. So I'm trying to show you, concentrate your attention on it, because that's something that if you have no time to work on anything else, just work on that. That would be so much better than nothing. She's constantly trying to lie down because we do an automatic down with her when we stop. So she's trying to figure out if Carrie's slowing down. It's just her age. She'll be fine the second time around. Yeah, we squished them a lot. wanted to finish, but now we can't because she tried to pick up one of them. So even though she stopped herself and didn't do it, we still have to go through another exercise. Good job. Whee! Good job, good girl. We're not doing heel, Dixie. She's like, whatever. I want to do stuff. I want to do stuff. Can I do stuff? Okay, my nose finally got me off.
Dixie, come. Good girl. Okay.
So happy. Okay.
We are very excited. We are very, very, very excited.
Dixie, come.
I can't wait until you say those words. She's like, well, that was it?
That was it.
Excuse
Oh my
me. Alright. The biggest thing is how not to step on a puppy. And even though she's that little, we still want it almost perfect every time. Especially since we're training, we have time. So that's why she backed up and make her do it right again. Whee! What have you got? Whee! I know. So we don't want that crooked thing, so, and we want it much closer, so that's why she's repositioning her. The first couple times she did it great, and now she's starting to see if that will work, or that will work, or that will work, and it's just, I mean, it's all good. But we started by not making her sit in front of you, and that's sometimes what you should be practicing too, just strictly turning around coming to you as well. So not necessarily we're gonna do. Wanna go for a ride?
Dixie, come.
It's just she's got that, so that's why we're now at this point.
Come. Good.
But do some training sessions where you just say come. The second she gets to you, you just reinforce her. Just because that turning around motion needs to be reinforced. Because that come is sometimes too much work. And if she's constantly, consistently not doing the sit, you might
Good girl.
ruin the come.
Good.
Stop.
Dixie, come.
And she made her properly positioned even by just giving a treat. Like she was real crooked and she gave her treat when, in order to get it, she had to reposition her feet. She figured that out.
Yep, I couldn't get away fast enough.
Nope.
Dixie, come.